When you hear urinary system, your mind probably jumps to one thing, right? Getting rid of waste. But honestly, that's just scratching the surface. Today, we're going to dive into how this incredible system is one of your body's master regulators, keeping absolutely everything in perfect balance.
So, is it all just a simple plumbing network? Oh, not even close. What we're talking about here is a highly sophisticated, super intelligent filtration system. It's a constant balancing act that is, and I'm not exaggerating, absolutely vital to your survival. Okay, let's get into it. All right, so let's start with the main players on the team. The whole operation is anchored by these two amazing bean-shaped kidneys. They do all the heavy lifting. From there, the urine they create travels down two little tubes called the ureters, gets stored in the bladder, and then finally exits through the urethra. Seems simple enough on the outside, right? But the real magic, the real genius is happening inside those kidneys. And that brings us to our first big idea. We're going to see why calling the kidneys filters is kind of like calling a smartphone just a phone. They are the ultimate multitaskers of your body's internal environment. I mean, just look at this list. The job description for your kidneys is just astonishing. They're not just making urine. They are meticulously managing your body's fluid and salt levels, keeping your blood pressure in the right zone, and even telling your bones when it's time to make more red blood cells. Oh, and on the side, they activate vitamin D and detoxify your blood. It's an absolutely incredible resume for one pair of organs. So how in the world do they pull it all off? Well, to get that, we need to zoom in. I mean, way in. We're going from the organ level down to the microscopic powerhouses that make it all happen. You've got to remember this word, nephron. This is the star of the show. Each one of your kidneys is packed with about 1 million of these tiny, intricate filtering units. The nephron is the workhorse, the little engine that could, driving every single function we just talked about. And wow, just look at this. This image shows you just how incredibly complex these things are. What you're looking at are glomeruli, these tangled up little knots of capillaries where the whole filtration party gets started. This is not simple plumbing, folks. This is high-tech biological machinery at its finest. The entire process of cleaning your blood and making urine really boils down to this elegant 3-step dance. First up, you have filtration, where pretty much everything small gets pushed out of the blood. Then comes step 2, reabsorption, where your body smartly pulls back all the good stuff it needs. And finally, you have secretion, which is like the last chance to actively toss any remaining trash into the urine before it heads. So let's zoom in on that first step. Here's a closer look at the glomerulus. Blood comes in under pretty high pressure, and that pressure literally forces water, salts, glucose, and all the waste products through this super fine filter. The bigger stuff, like proteins and red blood cells, nope, they're too big to fit, so they stay behind in the blood. And this sheer volume here is just staggering. This number, 125 milliliters per minute, that's your glomerular filtration rate, or GFR. It means your kidneys are filtering that much fluid from your blood every single minute. You do the math, that's about 180 liters a day. Now, of course, you don't pee out 180 liters, and that's exactly why step 2, reabsorption, is so incredibly important. This leads us perfectly into the why. Why all this crazy filtering and reabsorbing? It's not just about cleaning out the junk. It's about maintaining a super precise internal environment. It is the great balancing act we call homeostasis. Think about it. By filtering everything and then carefully deciding what to take back and what to leave behind, the kidneys are constantly fine-tuning your body's internal state. They are always making tiny adjustments to keep everything stable and in that just right zone. That process is homeostasis. Let's look at a perfect example, blood pressure. If your blood pressure drops, your kidneys are the first to know, and they kick off this powerful chain reaction. It's called the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, or RAAS. It all starts when the kidneys release an enzyme called renin. Renin kicks off a process that makes a powerful hormone, angiotensin II. Now, this hormone does 2 main things. It squeezes your blood vessels to increase pressure, and it tells your body to release another hormone, aldosterone. Aldosterone's job? Tell the kidneys to hang on to salt and water. More water in the blood means more blood volume, which brings your blood pressure right back up to normal. It is such a brilliant feedback loop. So you've got these 2 key hormones acting like master plumbers for your body's water levels. Aldosterone, the one we just met, is obsessed with sodium. It tells the kidneys to grab more salt, and wherever salt goes, water naturally follows.
Then you have antidiuretic hormone, or ADH. It's a bit more direct. It tells the kidneys to install these special little water channels, they're called aquaporins, to reclaim water directly from the urine. So you could say aldosterone leads with salt, and ADH goes right for the water.
And another critical balancing act they perform is managing your blood's pH level. Now, your lungs can make really quick adjustments, but your kidneys provide the powerful long-term solution. They do this by either reabsorbing bicarbonate, which acts like a sponge for acid, or by actively pumping excess acid, these hydrogen ions, directly out into the urine. Of course, with a system this complex and this vital, things can sometimes go sideways. So let's take a quick look at a few of the more common health issues that can pop up. Two of the most common problems you hear about are urinary tract infections, UTIs, and kidney stones. A UTI is basically a bacterial infection that causes a lot of painful inflammation. Kidney stones, on the other hand, are a physical problem. They're these little hard deposits of minerals and salts that form inside the kidney. And man, they can cause some serious pain if they try to block the flow of urine. So really, it's a case of infection versus obstruction. A much more serious condition is chronic kidney disease, or CKD. Now, this isn't something that happens overnight. It's a slow, gradual decline in kidney function over a long period of time. And the main culprits are often long-term diseases like diabetes and high blood pressure, which over years slowly damage those delicate little filtering units, the glomeruli that we saw earlier. Okay, but now for the good news. A lot of this is preventable. So let's wrap up with some simple, powerful ways you can help keep your entire urinary system running happy and healthy. And there are no big secrets here, It's really just fundamental health advice. Staying well hydrated with water helps flush everything out and can prevent stones. Good hygiene, of course, can lower the risk of UTIs. And as we just learned, managing your blood pressure and blood sugar levels is absolutely crucial for protecting your kidneys from that long-term damage that leads to CKD. And this quote from Dr. Ravi Gupta's blog really says it all. Awareness is everything. Just understanding what this incredible system does and being able to recognize the signs when something feels off, that allows for early detection and so much more effective management. So let's just end with this thought. Your kidneys are working nonstop, 24/7, filtering your entire supply of blood about every 40 minutes. When you really think about the incredible amount of work they do just to keep you alive and in balance, well, isn't it time we all gave them the support they deserve?